Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, as David says. How is everybody? Hi, Amy and Casey. Doomdiot. Hi, Marty. We're starting with one of yours. David, M. Nasty, J40, Isabella. I'm doing pretty well. It's very cold here this week. Well, it's supposed to warm up, but right now it's cold. When I woke up this morning, it was about 7 degrees Fahrenheit, which is something like minus 15 Celsius. Uh, yeah. All right. Let us move over to this puzzle. I'm off centered. Oh, that's the wrong way. Come on, camera. Find me. There you go. Isabella, I don't think you wanted this cold. Yeah, we're going to start with uh The Big Zipper by Marty Sears. I haven't done a zipper puzzle yet. So this will be fun. I don't have anything particular to announce. Things are regular here this week. Zeta Math will be back on Friday and Sunday. We do have our setting challenge going on. Details about that are on the Discord, in the pinned message or the sudoku submissions thread. Uh, let's see. Check that out if you want to get in and have us do your puzzle. Submissions are due Friday, December 8th. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people come up with. We've only had a few submissions so far. Looking forward to more, and yeah, they look crazy and fun. Uh, then we'll have the holiday, and then uh, then Zeta is going to be teaching his sudoku course again at the college in January. So he'll be pretty busy. We'll figure out what streaming is going to look like during January. I will be doing some of his students' best work on my streams. Uh, so we'll see. All right, let's do some Sudoku. Welcome, Jay Dyer. Hi, Dorlier. Hope everything is well. All right, so we have what are normal zipper line rules. Along a zipper line, pairs of digits that are the same distance from the center cell of the line sum to the digit in the center cell. Which I suspect we should just start coloring here. Because these are a pair. These are a pair. These are a pair. Yeah. Trying to see which ones of these line up. That's true. Garion with a good point is that if we look at where this digit goes in, say, box 3, it's going to go in one of these cells because it can't go on the line. It's going to go exactly here. And then in box 5, it has to be this sum. Oh yeah, was there a bet tree, Marty? Row 5, column 2 is our bet cell. Yeah, and then then we get it here as well. Column 1, yes, green goes here, which is going to place it in box 6 as well. Here. And so that also places it in box 3. And it goes in some arrangement of these cells. It'd be interesting if it goes here. Well, yeah, so we have to have 7 different digits that are part of a sum to green. So green is certainly 8 or 9. We can say that. Whoop, not 0. Now, can it be 8? It can't. Actually, it's got to be 9. Because otherwise you'd end up with 4, 4 somewhere. Oh, no, you could have 4, 4. Because as long as they don't line up. If row 7, column 8 was green, then this would have to be 9. I agree. But 9 would certainly be in one of these cells, so that breaks. So in fact, we get our last greens here. That's a good point, Garion. Yeah, Nordy, my initial thought was that 8 couldn't be an option, but surprisingly it can, at least so far. All right, well, we have all our greens placed. And it's cold. maybe move this heater closer to me. I'm not sure. Well, we'll see. I agree, if green is 8, we can place 9 in lots of places. So let's see, that we would definitely have a 9 here. 9 in column 1 would go here. So 9 would also go here. But where would 9 go in column 6? Oh, no, this is in column 6. Duh. Let's see. In column, this one, in column 4, it would go in one of these cells, so it would definitely go here. I don't yet know which of these cells it goes in. Box 9, though? Yeah, it would go here. So it would go here, and here, and here. It would place all the 9s. Yeah. Yeah. So I think instead of greening this, we're going to circle it. So then we can use shading for other stuff. So these can be green, blue, pink, blue, purple, red. Yeah, the question is, are 2 of the same color going to see each other? I guess that Egbert with a good point. But let's see. Okay. Let's color it from the other end. Yeah, these all stare into box 1. Why did I color that green? Right, so hey, Jays. Glad to have you here. And yes, as Zetamath says, please take a moment to hit like on the stream. What happened to my betting? Oh, it is running. Sometimes the interface just lags weirdly. So, yeah, this... this is the point. There have got to be... all of... So, like, this is a pair that adds... This is a pair. This is a pair. This is a pair. And this is a pair. Though a lot of them can be that it's not actually as powerful because they can just be the same pairs but swapped. Yeah, it might be, as DWeb says, worth investigating how many of these digits could repeat. So we do have to put both green digits in row 1 and column 1. Which means they are going to repeat. So, like, somewhere along these are the green digits. So we'll have both green digits on the line here. Is that the only one that can repeat? If we repeated another one... Is that the point? We do have to put this in row 1 and column 1. Yeah, so imagine there's another pair. Yeah, this is the point. Imagine there's another pair that repeats. Say pink. Now, how on earth do you put pink in box 1? You can't. But there's this cell that's going to have to go on both this and this, but it can't have a partner. I think that's right. Yeah, so it's going to have to be 4. And we get to do a 4 dance. Wee! Wah! Okay. Yes, so green circle is 8. And we've already said we can place all the 9s in the puzzle. but I didn't write them down, so we're going to have to go and redo it. So that's a 9, that's a 9. Uh, that's a 9. Bum, 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 bum. Right. One of these is 9, so that's a 9. So that's not 9, so that's 9. So that's 9. And that's 9, and that's 9. And was that all of them? No. We got a 9 here. There we go. Okay. So we do have to put a 4 in row 3, so it is going to go on a line somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it went here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it could go there. Man, it's cold down here. Come on. Come on, heater. Brr. I have to put on a hoodie or something. Oh, okay. But I feel like a natural question is where do we put 4s? Yeah, that is crazy, Marty. Marty says that uh, they found it counterintuitive that if you made the circle 9, it creates more restrictions than if you make it 8. We do have a number off the line here. So many of the pairs along this line don't see each other. It's true, we need a 4 on the line in box 3. Welcome, Music Cuber. But let's see. this way of adding to 8 is definitely different from this way of adding to 8. Is definitely different from this way of adding to 8. And none of these are 4, 4. So these are definitely the other 3. So these have to be repeats. So this is a... yeah, so this is a teal-pink pair. Unfortunately, this could be blue or green. Hey, Sarah, welcome. I heard you got on CTC. Congratulations. Oh, hey, Nell. Row 2, column 5. Definitely sees both varieties of pink. So this we can say is an XE teal, so this is an OE teal. So this is an XE teal, so this is an OE teal. So yes, this sees, so this is green because it sees 4 and both varieties of pink and both varieties of teal. So this is definitely green, which means this is the other green. Yeah. I wonder if I should be Xing and O'ing all of my colors. Yeah, I probably should. So we can do that. We can do that. Green X is placed in box 2. Excellent. Thank you, Sayori. So that's green X, that's green O. And we have to put, well, I guess we knew that there's another green pair on these. So Kyle pointing out that this sees all varieties of X's. So we don't know what color it is, but it's a no. Actually, we do know what color it is because it can't be green. And it can't be pink. And it can't be 4. So in fact, it's teal. this. This can't. So that puts a teal X here. Let's see. This is either pink O or Jay Dyer points out that this sees both teals and both greens. So these are pink. So that's all the pinks we get in this column. Yeah, we do need to put a 4 in column 5. That's true. This is OE pink is here, so that's X and that's O. Yeah. And column 5, 4 goes here, so column 4, 4 goes here, as Sayori points out. Okay, we get a pink and a blue O. So this is a 4 and a blue X. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this sees 4, so this can't be 4. This has to be blue. That's 4. So this is blue X. Is it? Hang on. Oh, yeah, this is blue X. And I guess I could just mark that these are both O, because they're going to be, because these are both X. So that's O. And J is right. We only have one thing left in box 5. I wonder if 4 should get a color. I don't know. But we only have green O left. And that maps here, I think. So that's a green X. And yes, we do get a 4 mapped here. We also get a 4 here by sudoku. There's definitely a 4 up here and not here. So this has to be 4. So that maps there. Green X is off the line here, points out Garion. 4 is now placed in column 1. So that's a 4. And in column 4, we get a green O here, yes. So here we get a green X. Wonder how this is all going to disambiguate in the end. Oh, it's going to have to do with this line, isn't it? Green X now placed in column 1. So that puts it here. As Sayori says, congratulations to the green X betters. Only pink O left in box 2. Row 5 needs... that's going to resolve all of this business. So row 5, we need the blue and the pink. O. But this can't be the blue O, so this is the pink O. Which means that that's blue, that's pink. So that's pink and that's blue. Did I do that the right way around? Maybe I did that backwards. I think I did that backwards. So that's blue and that's pink. Do we know what this is? Wait, I placed this. That's going to map here. So that's a pink X. Row 1, we need a blue X. So blue O is going to go here. So in column 1... Wait, did I break it? No, sorry. What did I do? This needs to be a blue O. That's it. So this is a blue X. So this is now a pink X. Oh, which somehow we already knew. So let's see. This can't be a lot of things. Green O in box 6, I am told, is just placed. This digit goes here, so what can these be? This one's definitely an O. So that's an X. And it can't be green. could be blue. Ah, and it can't be pink, so it is blue. Yeah, blue O here points out a number of people. Pink X left in box 6. Pink X in box 3. Let's see, and blue O in box 9. It's in one of these. I'm being encouraged to finish box 4. Let's see, we have our greens. We need a blue X, which goes here. And a pink O. Oh, yes, I'm silly. I didn't process that properly. So this, interestingly, is blue O. And we will have to think about what it can be, but let's finish our coloring first, because I'm pretty sure we can. I agree blue O can't be 1. Yes, column 7. So this is, let's see, this is a pink X. So pink X goes here. Which means pink O is going to have to go here. So pink O goes here. So pink O in this box goes here. So that's now a pink X. What? Trisha says no. Did I break it? D-Web says I'm good. Okay, let's finish this coloring and then we'll do the thing. So in this column, we need, well, we need a blue O, and it's going to go here. So left over is green O. And in this row, we still need a blue X. And so that's going to put a blue X here, which I guess it already was, but... And this is a green X. Which it seems to have already been by this. And the final cell is a green O. Okay. Now, we know this is at least 5, but it can't be 5, and it can't be 6, and it can't be 8 or 9, so it's very much 7. And I know, dear chat, I know this was determined a long time ago, but I wanted to finish the coloring, so we did. So if this were 5 or 6, we'd need a 4 on the line somewhere. So yeah, I see Jaleb's point too. But let's fill this out. These are 7. So blue X is 1. Now we look again in this box and say, where's the 3? Well, it can't be in any of these cells, or it would need to go with 4. So the 3 actually goes here. So green X is 3. Per Jaleb's point, and that is covering the bet tree. So congratulations to the 3 betters, of which there was 1 who gets an awful lot of points. Who got all those points? Well, the person who got all the points is the person who bet all the points, so... All right, so now green O is 5. And then pink O we know is 6. And so pink X is 2. Very nice. I really enjoyed that. It was sort of a three-phase puzzle of figuring out the eights and nines first, and then coloring the entire grid, and then using box 9 to sort everything out with the numbers. I always enjoy a coloring puzzle that then you fill in numbers at the end. It's sort of modern romance, but with less math. Speaking of, I last week did not do the Zeta puzzle that was brand new. Uh, so I'm going to do it now. Do 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 do. Zeta math. Nine rooms. Well, I don't know. Do I? And I probably shouldn't do 9 rooms now. Cause I've seen Simon do it. So, yeah, I think I kind of missed out on that. Okay, so let's pop open the bucket and see what jumps out at me. Let's do this Florian Wortmann Renban XV. Renban XV literally is what it's called. Welcome, Eleventicles. It's always great to see you around. I feel like it's been a while. Uh, and yeah, you've come in just at the end of a brilliant puzzle by Marty Sears. And we are going to look at this Renban XV by Florian Wortmann, which is very literal as stated. Let's see. How does this look on OBS? Rules are cut off a little. That's good enough. So these are low. This has to have... Ah, row 5, column 1. Let's see. Can this be anything but 1? No, if 1 goes on a Renban, then... Like, if 1 went here, then 4 would go on this Renban and you break the V. And if 1 went on here, then this V is just uber broken. So 1 actually goes here. Oh, I haven't put down a bet tree. We will put down a bet tree over here. But let's do one dance. Doop 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 doo. Wee doop 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 doo. Woo doop 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 doo. Why doop 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 doop. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. All right, and across from V we get a 4. And these are just gonna have to be 2, 3, 5. Kyle, you get points just from chatting. And this is 6, 7, 8, 9. Da 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 da. Box 7. Where does 1 go in the box? Let's see. On a Renban. But not on this Renban. So 1 goes on this Renban. As does 4. Yep. Because otherwise you can't pull apart this. So these are 1 and 4. This is 6 or 9. This 1-4 pair automatically means this is a 2-3. This one is just forced to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is a good point from multiple people, that these ends are 7 cells long, so what's left off of them have to be from extreme digits. But same is true here. And now this is 3, 7, or 4, 6. That's not 4, so that's not 6. So that's limited. Oh yeah, no 3 here either. No 4 anywhere on this Renban points out zeta math. So this is just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. D-Web points out that this is a 5-length Renban, so it needs a 5 in it. So 5 isn't in these cells. Oh yeah, this 1-4 means that's not 1. Uh, 5. Right. Garion with a good spot. This digit goes on this Renban. And these digits block it from being high. So this can't be 8 or 9. People are saying these have to be 1, 2, or 8, 9, and I'm not sure that I see why. Oh, because that would make these two 8, and that's broken. Those are too close together. Right, so since this isn't a 2, this is not a... or since this can't be a 1, this can't be a 2, therefore. Row 6, column 8. Ah, yeah. So this digit appears on this Renban. So one of these is a 6 or a 7. So these can't get any higher than 6. I agree with that. So they are all of these digits except missing a 1 or a 6. This one's certainly not 5. Oh, this is very cute. This can't be a 1. Uh, D-Web is right. If this were a 1, you'd put a 9 here. Uh, which would make this an 8, which would make this a 9, and now you have 2 9s in the box. So this can't be a 1. Oh, right. We have placed this cell on the lower Renban in here. And this can't have a 7 on it, so this isn't a 7. So where is 1 in box 1? I understand why it can't be here, because that would put a 9 on this Renban, and that hugely breaks. But why can't a 1 be here with a 2 here? What? Ah, this cell can't be a 2. Ah, so 1 is locked onto this Renban. That is a nice spot to Todd. Ah, and so this is the only place for a 5. So this is a 4 or a 6, and it's not a 4. So that's a 5. Get our 9 here. The other 7, 8 in this column only goes here. So that's not a 9, and this is only a 2 or a 3. That's a 1 by the X. No 4 over here, so 4 on this Renban has to go here. Good point from Kyle is that if this wasn't a 6, 7, 8, 9, it would have to be a 1, but it now can't be a 1. So it is a 6, 7, 8, 9. Which doesn't quite give us a quad. Ah, yeah, this can't be 5, so this is from 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. That's a little gross, D-Web. I'm not sure I want to think about that. I'm sure it's not the intended deduction. Well, that was a big flurry of activity. I wonder if we're supposed to think about box 2. Well, I'll use it if I have to, T-Web, but that means that I'll have to explain it, and that's not great. 9 on the long line in box 2. This is better. Would break the box 5, box 8 line. 9, okay, if 9 is on this line, that's 9, 8, 7. Yeah, if 9 is on this line, that's 9, 8, 7. This is 6, 5, and that breaks. Uh, uh, yes, so 9, 8 is in one of these pairs. Yeah, and this can't be 1, 2, 3. Or 2, 3, 4. I think, right, and this has to have, these have an odd sum, these have an odd sum, these have an odd sum, so these need to have an even sum, which means it's an even sandwich between two odds. That was Garion's point. So this is either 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 7. But either way, there's a 5 on this line. And Screaming Ice Cube points out that every Renban of length more than 1 has to have an even digit on it, so this one only has 1 to share with the others. 5 looks down. So we definitely we already knew there was a 5 along here, but it is in just one of these cells. Right. One of these must be 5, so that's not 5. As we know, 5 is on this Renban. Do we know anything about this X? The X in box 5 is 4, 6. So if this is 4, 6, well, we know it's not 1, 9. Uh, I've- Yeah, I have two people telling me it's not 4-6. Okay, fine. Kyle wants us to revisit this low values chain. So, if this is low, Egbert, I don't know why these couldn't be 6 and 7. Okay, let's look back over here. If this is low, this is a 1 or a 2, which is a virtual pair with this. So this would be a 3 or a 4. Uh, so this would be a 3 or 4. Yeah. So if this is a 1 or a 2, this is the other 1 or 2. So this is 3, 4. So this is 1 or 2. Right. It becomes a 1, 2 pair here. I have to just like, oh, the point is that you have to put 1 and 2 in row 3. Now you have to put this digit in row 3. This is a 3, 4. Pairs with a 1, 2. 1, 2 pair. So this is a 3, 4 pair. So there's no way to make this work, is the point. So these are high, is the point of that. So we actually get a 2 and a 1 here. Yeah, this is an 8, 9, so this is 8, 9. Yeah, 1 is now on the Renban, so 6 is off. That's Sayori's point. Good point. This is the last 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is going to be the last 6, 7, 8, 9, because this is 8, 7, or 6, and now we have a quadruple. So this is 3, 4, or 5. Oh, our triple is better than that. It is better than that. So the 9 goes there. Yes, by earlier logic, this must be a 5. So that's a 5. Our 8, 9 up here is resolved. Triple on the Renban. Puts a 9 there. Hi, Nicholas. Oh yeah, this digit needs to go on this Renban, so it's there, and that's not an 8. We have to put a 1 in row 6, so it goes in box 6. Oh, and we haven't put an 8 in row 6 either? Right. Right. If this were 4, 6, then you'd get 3, 7, and now this sees 6 and 7, and 3, 7 makes that 4, 6, and this sees a 6 and 7. So this is now 2, 8, and we know the order. So that's an 8. Let's see, this 6, 7 is the same 6, 7, so it has to go on this. So this is actually 5, 6, 7. Ah, 4 on here. In this box. So this is a 3, 4 pair. That's a 1 or a 2. Yeah. That's a 1, 2, and we know the order, and that gives us a 3, a 2, and a 1. Now we get 1 and 2 here by sudoku. Get an 8 there by X. 7 goes on there. No 2, no 7. So it's a 6 now and a 4. 3, 2, 1, 8, 6, 2. 2 and 3. Our 4 and our 3 are resolved. 9 and 8 are resolved. 6, 7, so that's a 9. That's an 8. That's now a 6. And yep, I think we can mark. 7, 4, 3, 9, 6, 3, 5 pair. That's a 9, 4, 5, 5, 7 pair, 6, 4 pair, 7 and 5. That's a 6 and a 7 and a 6. Let's see. Oh, that'll do it. I was like, how do we resolve from here? Deet deet doot, deet deet doot. Great. And our bet tree looks like a 2. Not a 5, a 2. Oh. We won't talk about that. Yeah, that was great. Florian, fantastic as always. All right, I'm going to take a little break, grab something to drink, and I will be right back. See you shortly. Where's my be right back button? All right, see you shortly. Okay. Let's see. I am more or less refreshed. Let's do this, let's do this Luda 3 puzzle. This, a scanner darkly. Oh, that's not it. There we go. It's anti-night, so we get to have fun putting on our anti-night brains just in time to get confused. Just in time to get confused for the next puzzle. Let's see, sorry about that. I was pinging Luda. This is linked to the puzzle. And I will put the rules in the description. All right. In this puzzle, it's anti-knight, so digits and knights move apart in chess. Can't repeat. Digits don't repeat along either main diagonal. And oh, David. David Ratner gifts 5 memberships. We will get you a gift dance. Wee! Woo! Welcome to membership, Casey, Zimina, SPQ, Scott, and D-Web. Enjoy your emotes. What is constraint alert? Like, I know this is already... Anyway, we are going to be dancing pretty quickly again because, so these quads, I should say, the digits in the quad must appear in the surrounding cells. So, I am going to put a bet tree here. No. Yeah, there. Just don't bet 7 or 9 unless you want to give away points. All right, so in box 5, 6 has to go in one of these cells, and in one of these cells, and in one of these cells, and the only one that overlaps is here. So this is our 6, and we straight away get to do a 60 dance. Do 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 do. 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 Wee. Do 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 wee. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. All right. And now we straight away get a 3 uh because of that. We get a 6 in one of these cells and a 6 in one of these cells, and we know which by anti-night. All right. We do have a Z-wing on 2s and 5s here. So there's definitely 2 and 5 in these cells. Ah, 7 in column 3 definitely goes in box 1. Sayuri points out that we know that these digits are 1, 8 to complete the quad. Ah, Amy's point, 7 in column 6 is even better because we have a Z-wing on 7s over here. So 7 is going to have to be in one of these cells, except we know it's in one of these cells, so it's here. So 7 is in one of these cells. That's not 7. Yeah, this cell sees this 1, 8 domino, so this is only from 3 and 5. So in particular, it's not 2 or 9. Martin asks where 7 goes on the negative diagonal. And it doesn't go in box 1 and it doesn't go in box 5. So it's going to have to be in box 9. So it's in one of these cells. 5 in one of these cells. So 5 in one of these cells. Points out D Web. Martin points out the Z-wing on 7s in boxes 7 and 8, ruling out a 7 there. So that's a 7. We definitely have a 9 in one of these cells by further Z-wing. Nicholas with a great spot is that by Knight's move, this cell sees all 3 of these cells. And we know there's a 5 in here, so this can't be a 5. So that is a 3. Right, we have 9s in these cells, so there's definitely a 9 in these cells. This is a 7-9 pair. This is a 3-6 pair by this quad. I don't think we know there's no 6 in the Fistamafell ring. It's just that if there is a missing digit in the Fistamafell ring, it is 6. This 9 looks right, points out Martin, which looks down into box 8. Oh, that's true. This digit just sees the entire Fistamafell ring. 7 in box 5. Yes, by that. So that's a 7. Now this is a 6-7 pair. We haven't put a 2 in this quad yet, points out Nicholas, and it's going there. So that's going to place 2 here because it can't go on the diagonal or a knight's move away. Yeah, D-Web points out there's no 7 over here by anti-knight, so there is a 7 over here. But we haven't put it on the diagonal yet. Uh, 3 here by the quad, points out Garion. The 7 looks up, points out D-Web. Now we need to put a 7 into box 6, and it can only go here by anti-knight. This digit needs to go in the box 6 quad, and it can only go here. So these are the same digit. Need to put a 1 into column 7, and there's only one place for it. Good spot, Martin. Oh, 3 and 7 in column 9, points out Garion. By this box and this box, it goes here. Not yet resolved. Kyle wants us to place a 9 in box 5, which goes here. Yes, we get a 1-9 now that we've got the 3-7. This quad needs a 2. Let's see. We already have a 9 on the negative diagonal, so we get a 9 here. So we get a 9 here, so only place for it on the quad. And now we have to put a 9 on the positive diagonal, so it's going to have to go here. 6 points out Martin can only go here on in box 3 by various constraints. Martin points out that we've got a 2 in one of these cells, and that's going to combine with the 4 and the 8. These are from 158, and now the only thing left is a 4-6 pair, as Kyle points out, and it's resolved. Oh, Eckbert pointed out 9 in box 1 can only go here. So that places a 7 as well. So that resolves this business and puts a 7 here, which gives us a 6 and a 7. Oh, we need a 5 and a 6, it looks like, in this box. So we got a 1-8 pair, so that's a 5, that's a 5. So that's a 5. D-Web points out we haven't put a 3 on the positive diagonal. Can't go here by knight's move. So it goes here. Doot, doot. Resolves this in box 4. Box 3 is finished. We got a 5 up here. 2-8 pair, that's a 4. I think we're getting really close to just marking, though we haven't resolved this business. Oh, box 5, the last thing is a 4. That's going to put a 4 here. So now we'll have an 8 here. So that's a 1, and blue is 8. All right, now I think we can probably mark. 5 and a 4. Da, 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 da. 3 up here. 1-8 pair, so that's a 9, that's a 6, that's a 3. 2-8 pair, that's a 1, that's a 3. 2-8 pair here. 5 and 1, 6. 1 here, 4 and 2, 8, 8, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 5. All right, and now, let's see. Oh, the diagonal, that does it. We only have one digit left on the diagonal, and it's an 8. All right. That was it. And the bet tree is a 4. Well, that was lovely. Nobody bet 4. Actually, barely anyone bet. All right. Lots of fun. Quads always do neat things. All right, now that we have anti-night on the brain, we get to solve something different and figure out what's going on. So, what's this? Sure. Let's do this puzzle by Black Doom, and you're very welcome. I enjoyed the solve, Luda. Broken windmill. Da, 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 da. Okay. Here we have the same diagonal rules as last puzzle, where digits can't repeat on the main diagonals. These lines are also German whispers, where adjacent digits along these have to be... we're going to get a digit very quickly here. Adjacent digits along these have to differ by at least 5. We have region sum lines where this sums to the same as these, sums to the same as these. Each line has its own sum. And then these digits are in a 1-to-2 ratio, and these are consecutive, and that's all we get. Let's slap down a bet tree here. And let's go for it. So, you can't put a 5 on any German whispers. But we need a 5 on both diagonals, and certainly the only place for it is here. And we get an immediate 5 dance. Whee! All right. Okay, so these we immediately know are high because they're each the sum of 3 digits. So these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. It's true, in a diagonal puzzle, you can't repeat digits in any corner cells. But we have to put 4 and 6 on both diagonals. They can't go in middle cells in a German whispers line. So we're going to have 4 and 6 in appearing in these cells. So in fact, none of these can be 6. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. As Nicholas points out, any 4 squares in a box equidistant from the center can't have repeats. We can't have 1 on a diagonal, points out Garion in box 5, because there will be a 6 in these cells, which puts 1 on one diagonal, and there will be a 6 in these cells, which puts 1 on the other diagonal. So no 1s on diagonals in box 5, so we get this. Alas, no, this is not anti-knight. I buy Kyle's argument. It's kind of... Well, we just write in what these digits are, and that'll make it easy. These digits are 2, 3, 4, and 6. So the corners are going to be 3 highs and 1 low, but the low has to be a 4. So this is 4 and 3 of the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. Martin with an interesting claim that 6 can't go on a German whisper that shares a box with a 3 length. So 6 and 1, but can we rule out 2, 3, 4 on the... Jaleb with that interesting point was, we know 9 is not in a corner because the 4 is going to put a 9 on one diagonal in the corners, and the 4 here is going to put a 9 on the other diagonal. So there's no room for 9s on these diagonals. So if we have 6 and 1 and another high, oh, Ron, I do think that's true. I do think we know that these are a 1, 2, 3, 9 quad. Oh, 6 in box 5. Ah. So 6 in box 5 would immediately demand a 1. And that would go with a 9 and a 4. And so the minimum the quad could be is 2, 3, and 5, which is too high. Wow. Uh, okay, so that means this is going to have to be our 6 with a 1 here, and now this is a 9 and a 4. That's a great point, Martin, and thanks for helping me see it. So no 9, no 4, 9, no 4, no 6 here, no 1 here. No 9, no 4, no 4, 2, 3 pair, so that's a 7, 8. This can't be a 3 next to a 7, 8 pair, so that is definitely a 2. That's a 3, so that's an 8, and that's a 7. And 3, 6, 8. We've only got one more pair left on this diagonal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 and 7 on this diagonal. Wait, no, sorry. 7 and 9 on this diagonal. This is a 2, 4. So it's next to a 2, 4, and 8. let's see. Yeah, with no 2, this is min 134, so that's not 7. I agree that one of these is 4. Ah, yes. Garion with an excellent point is that one of these is 1, which is going to force its region sum line to be 2, 3, 4, so it will sum to 9. So that's actually an 8. And now we must minimize this at 1, 3, 4. And these are only from 1, 2, 3, 4. I got there first. Oh, 1, 3 pair out of nowhere, so that's a 2. And that's a 4. So that's going to be a 1, and that resolves that. What? No, but the 2 and 4 were right. Ah, yeah. But that could still be a 1 or a 3. Yep. I got overexcited. Ah, those do look down and give us a 4 here. That's... Now we need 1 and 3 in these cells. And they can't both go here, so this is a 1 or a 3. The point is, Nicholas, that this is a 1, 3 pair. So in one of these boxes, 1 is off the region sum line, and it's going to be 2, 3, 4, because that's the only way we can keep it to a single digit, and that'll be our 9. So there's nowhere to put a 1, 2, 6. 1, 3 pair in row 8, yes. So that's not 4, so that must be 4. So that's 2, 9. So 7. And now that has to be 1. We need a 6. That's a 3. That's our 9. That's our 7. That's a 3. And that's an 8 with a 2 and a 1. That's an 8. Get 1 and 3. Four is on this line here, so it's actually a 5 and a 4 like that. Yeah, this can't be 3, 4. And it can't be 1, 6 because of this. So it is 2, 5, and we know the order. Let's see, this can't be 1, 7. It can't be 2, 6. So it is 3, 5, and we know the order. That's a 1. Yeah, I think it might be mark time with an eye towards what this can be. But let's deal with our pairs here. So this is a 3 or a 7. So this is a 2 or a 6. Let's see, no 8 there. 2, 6. So that's a 3. Let's see, 9 here. 6 and 9, 3 and 4, 5. 1 here. 2, 6, 9 triple puts a 1 there. This can't be a 6, 7 because of this. That's it. 2, 3, 6, 7. That's going to do it. 7 and 6, 9, 4, 5, 7, 6, 3, 8, 5, 7, 1, 9, 6, 8, 2. This this collapses with surprisingly few digits already in the grid. What? Yes. The vet tree is a 4. Who was our 4 better? Oh, was it Sayori? Wow. More than almost 12,500 points now. Well, that was a lot of fun. such an elegant grid. There was so little here, and it was so very structured. Very nice puzzle. I agree. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and be back with more. See you shortly. So some members of chat are saying we've done this before, but I don't have a record of it. Oh, that's it. That would be why. Well, I guess, so I think I will pick a different Heliopolis puzzle. I think that is what I will do. Yeah. Okay. I will do a different Heliopolis puzzle. We're gonna do photonic crystal wings. So 1 second while I update our links. It's a camel. Okay, are my rules showing? Kind of. They won't all show anyway. They scroll off the bottom. Yeah, that's like all the rules that show at one time. Uh, so we have normal Sudoku rules, anti-night rules. We already did an anti-night puzzle today. Between lines, so values on a line joining two circles are strictly between the values of the circles. Circle colors and sizes are aesthetic. And we have negators. We have 9 negators in the grid. One in each row, column, and 3x3 box, and each digit is negated once. And negator cells have a value for between lines equal to -1 times their digit. And given digits may be negators. Let's see, I took row column labels off. Let's put it back. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, 1 can be on between lines, but 9 can't be, as DWeb. So, as DWeb points out. I think, Sarah, that Sven knows about anti-night. So, we'll have that advantage. We can put a negator on a between line as long as there is a greater magnitude negator in one of its circles. So I don't see why we couldn't have a negator up here and a negator in a circle. Well, sure. Yeah, between lines that are fully in a house can't have negators on the lines. So I guess we can immediately point out some cells that are not negators. So that's not a negator. That's not a negator. That's not a negator. Row 6, column 4 isn't a negator, I'm told. I don't see why. Right. This these circles must contain 3 digits higher than 5, and we can't use 6. So 7, 8, and 9 are in all of these. So this one is only from 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, bet tree. Heliopolis. Ah, row 8, column 8. Thank you. Uh, uh, I don't think anti-night uh, affects uh, affects negators, and given digits can be negators. Well, right. You can't put the same digit and anti-knights move apart regardless of whether one is negators. Yeah, I'm going to note that these circles are already between, and one of these has to be a 1, 2, or a negator. Yeah, should we look at nines? I don't really see any houses where that's super restricted. Yes, that's true, Nick. Well, one end of the other line has to be a bigger negator. That's true. Ah, no. Okay. Uh, that's a good point by D Web, but yeah, with negators, it's not that hard to have 6 digits between two things. Hmm. That's true. Uh, these cells have to have something lower than 2 in one of them. It would be nice to know if it was something negative. That would look into box 5. This whole arrangement is very sus. They overlap here. I guess they in some sense overlap on this entire. Hmm. If you want to be a unique bet, you can bet on 1 or 2. Nobody's gone there yet. That's true, Nicholas, though minimum 4 doesn't do a lot for me. Right. One of these is minimum 5 and the other one is maximum 1. I think this line, on the line, you can have at most 1 negator, and it would have to go in these cells. No, that's not even true. It could go here. And then a negator here. Could even potentially have a third negator on it. Well, that's true. But I don't think it gets us terribly far. Wow, this is intense. We have pencil mark to sell. Okay, Jaleb says row 3, column 5. The difference between these has to be at least 4. I'd say it's at least 5, isn't it? Uh, yeah, I definitely agree. So they all point in and say this can't be a negator. Row 5, column 3 and 7 are both at least 5 from row 3. Yeah. It's hard for me to trace this bottom line out and say exactly how many different digits we have to have in here. I guess it's those. So they do have to be at least 5 from each other. So we definitely have at least one negator in these cells. Now, does this portion have to have even more digits in between is the question. Yeah, don't these have to have difference at least 7? Am I insane for saying that? At least 6? No, it's a difference of at least 7, right? Yeah, so this is currently the most restricted, except in this puzzle, even a difference of 7 isn't that restricting. Though it would be nice to say there must be a negator in one of these cells. Kyle. Oh, wait. This is, I put, this is the I have the wrong link pinned. Is not in F puzzles. You can't do this in F puzzles. Why do I not have the right link? See, does that fix it? Yes. Uh, yeah, if it was made in Sudoku Maker. Okay, if there's not a negator in these cells, there certainly has to be a 1. If there's not a negator in these cells, does that put too much pressure on this? Because then these would be a 1 with an 8 or a 9. And this would have to be deeply negative. But then you would have to... But then one of these would be a deeply negative number with a 1, and then everything along it would have to be negative. And that doesn't work. If there's no negator here, then one of these lines is just like all negative digits. So I think we have to say that one of these is a negator. A negator and a 9. So that this one can be in between them. Yeah, we definitely can't have 2 negators in these cells. But we also can't have... That's the point. If we tried putting a 1 in one of these cells, that just doesn't work. None of these can be a 1. So in particular, one of these must be negative. So I guess we can say this is positive. Nine, 4, negative triple. Because you need at least 3 positive digits lower than the middle one. Because, like, everywhere you look, there's at least 3 positive digits on a line. Yeah, you can't put a 4 and a 9 in these cells. But I don't quite know why these couldn't be 4 and the negator. Oh, too many. Right, so this is going to have to be the widest, since this is, since we said there's at least 6 digits in between these. These have to be 9 in the negator. These have to be 9 in the negator in order to get enough digits in between. So this is going to be a 4. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Zach will come out for a very hard-earned 4 dance. Whee! That was one of the harder earned dances that Zach has done. And I bet if this one is the negator, we're going to... Is that going to screw up box 8? Oh no, if this is 9. Let's see, these would have to be 5 and 6. Out here with a 7 and an 8. I don't know if that breaks. Oh, this is anti-night. Right, right. So that means this is the 9. These are positive, and this is a negator. Well, you did have to remind me of the anti-night after all. Sayori points out we can gray an awful lot of cells off of that. We do have a 5, 6, 7, 8 quad, and they are all positive. Whoops, not 9. Not 9. There we go. I guess this is also a positive 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. Wow, I can't type. No, it's not the 6. So this sees 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3. So just by sudoku, it's 1 or 2. That's very cute. Oh, is this the same? It is the same because it also sees the 4. Four, 9 pairs. So do we know what this is then? Is this a 3? Hey, Paul Fly. Nine in... Right, 9 not in here. So 9 in column 6. And not on here. So yes, I agree with Sarah that that's a 9. Wait. No, I do agree. Yeah. You have to have 1, 2, and 3 in these cells. So this one definitely, since we know it's positive, it's a 1, 2, or a 3. Let's see. 3's here. 9 in column 3. Not there. So here, I think. I don't think we messed anything up. I think we're okay. Ah, yeah, we have a 1, 2, 3 negator quad. So outside of this, so we know these cells are positive. That's a great point to Danzor. Uh, so now this line is entirely positive. Ah, yeah, okay. Because this is on this between line, it has to be very small. So that's a 2 and that's a 1. Six, column 3. Let's see, it sees a 2 and a 3. Yeah, it's 1 or negative. I don't know how to mark that though. These are low, so this is high at the very least. It's a 7 or an 8. In column 3, the negator is in row 6 or row 7. Why? Right. One, two, three, and the negator. So one of these is negated. So none of these are negated. Yeah, this 1, 2. Yeah, so one of these is negated for the column. Let's see, this can't be 9, this can't be 9, that can't be 9, that could be 9. And right, one of these is 9. So that is a 9. That was a there was a good spot from Mnosti. Martin has a good point about 9 in column 7. 9 in column 7 has to be the negator. If not, there's no place for a 9 in... column 6. Well, let's see where 9 can go, and 9 just can't go in... Oh, 9 is just placed. Okay, so now we know that is not negated, and that's not negated. it was a better spot before I placed this 9. 9 in box 9. Goes here. In box 8, we need 3 digits higher than 5 in circles. So row 8, column 6 isn't negated. Right, because if this was negated, it would be low, that would be low, that would be low, and one of these would be low, and that's too many. Yeah, so I agree that's not negated. Yeah, this 9 looks up here. That's a 9, that's a 4, and a 9. 9's not negated. Now, this takes out the negator for column 2, so those aren't negated. Oh, we have one more 9? We do have one more 9. Virtual 1, 2 in column 3, yes. Sure. 5. 4 in column 4. Yeah, I guess it's only in one of these cells. Sayori pointing out that's nice. The other 7, 8 in this box can't go in these cells or these cells, and it's not 5. So it is one of these, but that sees this cell. So this cell sees a 7, 8 pair, so it's a 6. Six in box 9, very good. It could be a negator in box 8, Nicholas, but it's still there, and it still sees that cell. Oh, that's a good point. I guess my only point is it doesn't matter to the deduction. Where's row 3, column 3 go in row 4? Not in this box. Only here. Nice spot, Kuraban. So that's a 1 or a 2, and this is a 4. One, two, three negator. 6 and 9, so 5, 7, 8. Hang on. How do we know the 5, 7, or 8 aren't negated? Okay, 4, 5, 7, 8. I buy that. Row 4, column 5 is negative. So it is. Wait. Wait. Only if this can't be a 1. Which I don't immediately see why it can't be. Martin 2, 3 in column 7 and row 7. So we do need another 2, 3. The other 2, 3 in row 7 is in one of these. Oh, I see. Row 7. Where is this in box 8? Ah, this is only here. Right. That is that. So that's not a 4. Ah, 4 by anti-knight Sudoku goes here. Foreign buck 7. Oh, 4 in row 7. Yeah. Foreign box 2. This is a 1, 2, 3, which we know are positive. So this is negative. We have found our second negator. And now this is just a 1 now. 2, 1. Yes, this is 5, 7, or 8, except it's not 5. It's not a 2 anymore. 1, 3 pair, so that's a 2. Oh, 7, 8 pair. 5 goes over there. We're making things happen. Four in box 3. Oh, this 1, 3 pair gives us a 2 here. 4 in column 8. That one sees a 4 by knight's move. There we go. Two goes here, and then box 7 goes here. Four in box 3. One does go here. Row 8, column 6, in column 8. Not in these cells, so it goes up top. Right. I should have unnegated this. And now we ask where 1 goes. just goes there. Yep, 5 placed in column 8. It amazes me how few negators we've placed so far, but we're placing lots of digits. In these puzzles, you usually figure out like where the negators are long before you get this far with digits. One in box 2. Yes, we've got a 1-3 pair. Not in colors, in numbers. Martin claims this can't be a negator. Let's see. 3 in column 5. Well, it can't go here, so it must go here. No, wait, 3 could go here if this is negated. Oh, 3 can't go here. It goes here. Knight's move. I'm going to make sure the light is turned on for Zeta when he comes home. Hang on a sec. Realized it was pitch black outside and Zeta might appreciate a light to unlock the door with. Row 5, column 4, naked using the 7-8 pair in row 7. Yes, so this is not 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it could be 5. Not 6, 7, 8, or 9. It is 5. Where does row 7, column 5 go in box 5? It goes here. We are encouraged to place 2 in box 3. Oh, well, let's see. We know this is 1 or 2. Oh, or negative. Hang on. 2 in box 2 first. Right. 2 in box 2 is here. And now 2 in box 3 goes here. Row 8, column 6 in box 5. Yes. Let's see, this must be a 6. Let's see, we do need to get a 1 into box 3. Yeah, 3 in row 5, Screaming Ice Cube says. And this is the other 7, 8. Oh yeah, what do we have left in column 5? 6. Kurbon, I suspect this line is going to resolve the 7, 8 pairs. 7, 8 in box 6 can be placed in box 9. Let's do 3 in column 1. Doot, doot. This sees a 6 by Anti-Knight. Good. So that's a 6. 5, 7, or 8 left in the row. Five, 7, 8 left in the box. 7, 8 pair gives us 5, so that's not 5. That's not 5. Four here and 6 here. Seven, 8 pair here. That's a 5. Five, 6 left here. Six only can go here in row 4. Get a 6 here. I don't think we're going to need subcolor in Kuroban. I think this is going to do it for us. I do agree with Kurban that we should find the other 7/8 that's the negator. In fact, we should just find some negators, full stop. I think Egbert is behind. Row 1, column 8 is the same as row 7, column 3. Ah, that would be very helpful. Let's see. Row 7, column 3 in box 8. Then column 8. Perfect. So that is not negated. That resolves it. Okay, what's left here? 1 and 5. No 8. No 7. This is a 7 or an 8. The rest of these... yes, negator in box 3 looks down. And negator in box 8 looks right. The bet tree is negative. Yeah. We get all of that by the logic we just did, which does all of that. Okay. I suppose we'd better do the bet tree just to so the bet tree is a 7, which I'll go ahead and pay out 7 bets, but that means we can gray all other 7s. Not you. Oh. Ah. This has to be negative by between line. Good. Not that. So those are positive. These are positive. This is the 1 negator. Where is 2 negated? Ah, 2 is negated exactly here. Should probably just ask these questions of each digit. 3. Ah, 3 has to be negated in box 2. Ah, this'll do it. Because that's negated. So this is a +1. This is a -3. This is a +5. That's a +5. This is a -6. That's a 3, and that's a 1. Wow, what a finish. What a puzzle. Wow. Yeah, take a box? I think Kurban means take a bow. What an amazing puzzle. And you find so few of the negators until the very end. It's amazing. It's completely unlike uh, any other modified cell puzzle I've done. Yeah, that's amazing. Where you end up using the digits to place most of the modified cells instead of the modified cells to place the digits for the most part. Yeah. Wow, I'm very impressed. That was a lot of fun. Hard and a lot of fun. And as Kurban points out, such a lovely picture. Yeah, and then Paul Fly is right that uh, if the negators were useless at the end, it wouldn't be as satisfying a finish. But the fact that you get to the end with the digits, but then you have this deadly pattern and you have to follow the negators around to resolve it, really beautiful. I can only imagine what a pain in the ass this must have been to set. Uh, the camel grin in box 3. Whoop. You don't, yeah, but you don't notice Heliopolis. You don't notice the asymmetry, really. It's still beautiful. And I think the more decorative lines help hide the fact that the symmetry is broken there. All right. I am going to end stream here for today. We did some fantastic puzzles. I'm really glad we ended up doing this one. Uh, it was a battle, but it was a worthy battle. All right. Yep, I am going to head off. Uh, Remember, we have information about our setting challenge on the Discord. Uh, Other than that, uh, Zetamath will be back in 3 days. And I want to thank everyone who supports the channel. Thank you so much, David, today for the gift subscriptions. And if any of you wish to support the stream, you can click the join button down below. We appreciate everything that people are able to do for us, because we couldn't do it without your support. So thank you all. Thank you all so much. I had a great time. I will see you all soon. Bye for now.